Hi guys, so as you know, I love trying new different things, but there are some recipes that always stay on my set list. And that means that from time to time, I just go back to them, and I use them, and I rehash them, and I try and make them different. This one is one that all my friends have been asking me for since as far back as I can remember, and it wasn't on purpose, it wasn't like a secret or anything, I just kept forgetting to write it down and give it away. The recipe I'm going to show you today is my chocolate chili con carne. Now, this is an amazing recipe that you can just sort of keep in the freezer and defrost and give it to your friends when they come unexpectedly, as I always do. To make this recipe, you will need around a tablespoon of oil, a large onion, a sweet pepper. You can use red peppers, yellow peppers, but the greens obviously are the most bitter ones, and I like using them for this. I'm also using, this is optional, but 3 long chilies. So if you do try this, just know that it will be a little bit spicy, not crazy spicy. You need some garlic, some chili powder, some smoked paprika, cumin, minced beef, stock powder, a can of chopped tomatoes, kidney beans. Now feel free to mix this bit up. Sometimes I use chickpeas if I've got that around the house, but I'm using kidney and butter beans. And last but not least, the pièce de résistance, the chocolate. I'm using 85% dark chocolate, and this brings out a lovely smoky hint to your chili con carne. This is actually a surprisingly quick recipe. What really takes time is the stewing and the allowing of the juices to come out. So first things first, let's just chop our onions and your garlic. It doesn't have to be in any set way, you just need to make sure that they're both really maybe chopped around the same size. I actually don't even bother with this part because it's going to be cooking for about an hour anyways, and so everything's going to get nice and soft and chilified, so it doesn't really matter. Now that our garlic and our onions are chopped, just add in some oil. Then add in your onions and your garlic and fry on like low to medium heat for about a minute or two. You don't want it to burn, you just want it to get golden brown. Once that's done, add in your mince. And then basically everything else. To do this, I'm just simply going to pound my pepper, my salt, my cumin and my chili powder all together in one go. It doesn't really need that much of a pound. So throw that in. Once that's done, chop in your chilies if you're using them and your red pepper. I'm actually going to slice this one into long strips. Okay, so I didn't put this in the ingredients, but this is actually my secret, very secret, well not secret anymore, and that's cinnamon powder. You just need to add in you just need to add in a few like shakes, not too much. I'd say like a pinch, and then you need to add in your tomato puree or chopped tomatoes. Make sure that it's really covered. And if you don't have enough, just add some water in. I don't think there's actually any problem with adding a little bit of water to bolster up the liquid content, but mix it in really well. And add in your chocolate, which, if I can ever get it opened. Chocolate. Ah. Now this bit is entirely up to you, but I usually throw in about that much. So just break that and add it in. Lower your heat and cover and cook for about an hour, 45 minutes. I'm using a little gas stove, so I know that my gas will probably run out before that, but it's definitely around 45-minute mark. So you just taste it as you go along. If it needs more chili, add more chili. If it needs more salt, add more salt. Alright, now for a cup of tea. Okay, so now that it's been cooking for a long time, it's got a lovely, thick, dark, chocolatey hue. A lot of the liquid should actually have gotten out of it, and you can smell it. It's got a really rich, meaty, but at the same time spicy flavour. And so we're going to add the last thing to it, and I promise you, once you're done, you will thank me for this delicious recipe. Okay, so I've got my beans, and I'm using butter beans and kidney beans. The kidney beans you can get from the tin, but I've actually boiled my own for like a day, because when they're dry, you soak them overnight and then you boil them. And you just throw that in. And allow it to simmer now for about 10-15 minutes. And then you can eat your chili. This is a really good recipe to just make and keep in the house. It looks like it takes a long time, but you could just be doing other things. Like I studied, went out for a walk, had several cups of tea, so it's not like it's going to take up your whole time. Definitely love it. Alright, simmer time. The 3 ways that I like to have my chili are, the first one being with rice. Now I've used wild rice and coconut rice, and it's just a really nice look, and it's really simple, but chili and rice, done deal. No one can argue with that. For days when I want to be ultra healthy, I like them with lettuce or cabbage cups, and this is also really, really good if you don't have enough time or patience to wait for your rice to be done. Just serve it with a side of salad and a few bits of veg that you can nibble on. This is my new favorite way to have my chili, and it's just a lovely filling with my tortillas. For my tortilla recipe, please click on this link that is appearing on the right hand corner, and I'll show you how to make that. And you can just sort of fill it in with things like parsley, coriander, but today I'm having it with spring onions and some sour cream, which really balances that fiery chilliness. So that's how you take a very simple chili recipe and use it in 3 different ways. I've just been eating, so there's still food in my mouth. I've got a lot of food to eat now, so I'm actually going to get cracking on that. This is like my breakfast, lunch and dinner. No kidding, no way. But I'm definitely going to get real stuffed. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys soon. Bye. And next, you simply chop all your peppers.